My name is Roger Blakey. I'm 79 years old. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. About 7 years ago, I decided to do something about my hearing loss. So I went to a local provider, and after all the testing, I purchased some Starkey hearing aids. And they worked really well for the first 3, 4, or 5 years. However, because they were getting older, I wasn't able to hear probably 40–50% of the conversation. I was getting frustrated. I was feeling irritable. So I knew it was time for me to upgrade and get new hearing aids. However, I decided that before I did that with a local provider, I was going to do my research and find out which hearing aid would probably be the best for me. So I went online and found Zip Hearing. The thing I liked about Zip was the fact that they provided all the major brands, 45-day trial on each one that I wanted to try, so that I could find the best one. As, but probably the best thing that they provided was a local hearing audiology person here in Albuquerque to do the evaluations and the testing and the fittings and get it to the point where it was really custom tailored to my hearing loss. I made an appointment with the provider and she did the evaluation, and because my hearing loss was high frequency and very severe, almost bordering on profound, she recommended the Oticon Intent 1 would probably be the best for me. And as it turned out, it was the best for me. The thing that I really like about these hearing aids is that they're comfortable, lightweight, easy to wear, and they don't really interfere with my glasses. So that's a good thing. I wear them probably 12 hours a day, and so I don't really even notice that they're there. And that's a really important thing, is the comfort and the sound quality. The sound quality is quite realistic. The thing that I really like the best about it is I can understand the conversations now. It's not just hearing people, but it's understanding. The biggest challenge that I have is soft sounds, high sounds, low pitched or high pitched voices, and things like that. So now that is really clear to me, and I don't have to struggle to hear these sounds anymore. At first, it was kind of annoying because I was hearing things that I hadn't heard in years. But I've gotten used to all that, and brain is adapted and all those good things. So the thing that is really good is the fact that I don't have to continually adjust these hearing aids. The general setting pretty much handles everything. I can go from a quiet environment into a restaurant, and I don't have to constantly adjust the settings. The directional microphones really help me hear in front of me, behind me, on the side of me, so I'm not missing out on a lot of information and conversations. So that's great. Uh, the other thing that I really like about these hearing aids is the fact of the Bluetooth connection to my cell phone is good. It's not great because you have to have the cell phone pretty much with you the whole time. And that's okay. The touch the hearing aids with your finger to answer, I don't use that feature because I want to really see who's calling. The battery life is excellent. I get about 25 hours out of a charge, and by the time I take them off, 12 hours after I've worn them all day, I still have about 40–50% of the charge left. So I haven't really had any issues with battery charging, with about 2–3 hours, or battery life. I guess the biggest con that I found with these hearing aids was in an extremely noisy, very close-knit environment, like a house party, for example. and where there's a lot of noise, a lot of talking, a lot of things like that. They work well, they don't work great. Um, I did get them adjusted to the point where they do work better, but I guess that's the thing that I really don't like about these hearing aids is those environments. So I'm not in those environments very often, so I guess it's not a big deal. um, the other thing that is good is the fact that the fitting itself and the follow-up fittings and stuff like that have been very comprehensive, very thorough. I really like the audiologist. And so from the viewpoint of hearing aids, as far as the technology is concerned, I think they're great, especially for my hearing loss. And I would highly recommend them to anybody who's looking for an outstanding pair of hearing aids. And the Oticon brand to me is great. I didn't particularly like the Phonic, and it's because it was so bulky and the battery life wasn't that great. The Starkey were really sharp, and I didn't particularly like that. I like the realistic sounds and the fact that it's very comfortable. The other thing I like is the fact that I don't have to have the volume on the TV at 35. It's now down to 12, and which really pleases my wife. Anyway, so if you're looking for an outstanding deal on the hearing aids, Zip is Hearing is the way to go. If you're looking for an outstanding brand, the Oticon is an excellent brand, and I highly recommend them. So good luck. Do your research and find the right brand that's for you.